Hey kids, what time is it? It's about 22:36. Oh, they're just building the fourth Babylon station. Anyway, what are we going to do today? Well, first I want to show you a few things I've been doing about the place, and also how I finished off my fielder wheat, my automatic fielder wheat thing, because well, after I finished that last session, I had a look at what I built, and although it worked, it didn't seem very polished, so I thought I'd improve things slightly. Let me get my tools back. Oh. Also some stuff that I think we're going to need today, or that I'm going to want today. That's my other pick. Pumpkins. I think that's it for now. I'm likely to want some bone meal, some saplings. Now, I don't know if you know or not, but how many different types of wood do I have? They're the same. New types of planks have been added to the game. It used to be that no matter what type of block of wood you had, the planks you ended up with looked like that. But now, if I turn these into planks, look at those. Completely different look. Let's put some of these down so we can compare them. So, this is the normal wooden planking we've had till now. Now we have this stuff, which I think looks really good. And for the 4 types of trees in the game, there's now 4 different types of wooden plank, which is really good because it means you can add variety to your buildings. Like, you know, if I wanted to make bits of this slightly different colours, or you could make a nice checkerboard floor. You know, like just do this quickly, just to sort of show the possibilities. So that's all good and exciting. There's also some new types of sandstone, which you can make using normal sandstone. So let's quickly show you that. I don't want to spend too much time going over what's in the update, because you know there's plenty of videos out there if you really want to know. So that's what normal sandstone has looked like. But now if you get your sandstone and put it in a square, you get 4 of this smooth sandstone, which is cool. And apparently if you get sandstone slabs and put one above the other, you get this, which is a decorated sandstone. So it's got these nice runes on. So, lots of new opportunities in exciting architecture and interior design. But that's not what I want to talk about today, and not what I want to do and get achieved. So, let's get on. I've worked out my design for the lighthouse. So that's coming soon. Maybe the next episode. Can't say for certain, but I've worked it out finally, and I think it's pretty good. Nothing overly complex, but but it'll be a nice effect. So, my auto field of wheat. As you may remember, the way down to it was here. I really did not like it here. It was too close to the sheep barn. It was all crowded in, and it wasn't nice at all. So I moved it. But first, let's I'll just show you how I polished this up. You know, basically, I evened out the border. I've covered up the water. I added some glowstone, so this is all lit up. So no mobs will appear in here. I kept the fence look. I tried double high sandstone and it was too bulky. It didn't look right. So, we've got a fence that goes along, and I've got a chest here with loads of seeds and spare dirt and stuff like that. So, where's the entrance, you may be asking? Well, I've got a little lever here, so there's our entrance. Pretty cool, huh? Staircase, not my design. I will add a link in the description to where I got the design of this from, but it works pretty well. And when I first built it, I had this linked in to the actual harvesting, but then I realised that there might be occasions that I want to go down and tinker and do maintenance on the redstone, and I don't want the field to automatically start harvesting. So I turned that off. This is the harvest lever there. So as you can see, I changed the direction of the output so it comes in this direction. Got a little door for maintenance access, and I changed how the wiring was. The way I had it was way more complex than was needed. Way more complex. So this is where the lever is. It's on the other side of this block. So we split straight away here into those two streams. This one's going through the pulse generator, monostable circuit. And then it comes along here and goes straight up into the lower one there, and branches off here and straight into that one there. So nice and simple. No more miles of corridor, used a lot less redstone. This is the one that goes to the upper deck. This is all the delay. 1 on 4, 1 on 2. And again, it just runs straight up there, branches off, and runs up here. So it's using a lot less repeaters, a lot less redstone, is a lot more compact, and is a lot more understandable. No more maze. It was getting silly. So this is access to the mechanism that does the staircase. As you can see, this is a nice, complex, compact design that I'm not even going to attempt to explain to you. This is an alternate access route to this stuff, if I need it. It's a little dark here, isn't it? Let's just throw some torches in. We don't want an accident with a creeper or something. Dum-de-dum. Alright, where's the door gone? Oh yes. I wanted it so when you looked through the door you couldn't really see any wiring. It was just a door. And I'll just show you this harvesting. There we go. Everything opens up. And it rains wheat and seeds. It would be nice if we had ice under there. I'm still hoping that they're going to allow Silk Touch to pick up ice blocks again, because if you run your water channels over ice, then the items move at such a faster speed. They just whiz towards you. And there we go. So you get a few seeds trapped behind these blocks here, but not many. And in general, the moment you finish harvesting, you're going to be coming out here and walking around and replanting, and when you do stuff like that, you're going to pick up anything that got stuck behind those blocks. So in general, I'm very happy with this. I know it's a lot of resources, but you've got to admit, it looks good. Nice, clean, elegant design. At least I think so. Alright, so I'll just dump that stuff there. Now, this area here, I'm going to put a little building. And inside that building is going to be small, compact and efficient pumpkin farms, melon farms, reed farms, probably a cactus farm in there as well. So it's going to be a relatively small building, probably slightly wider than this space, so it might expand out that way slightly. A couple of stories tall, maybe a bit taller than the sheep building, because it's going to be smaller on the ground. It can be taller without looking like it's dominating the area. I still want, you know, my lighthouse to always be the tallest, biggest thing around. Now the sun's going down, so I'm going to go have a kip, and then I'll show you something else I've been doing around the area. So, I've been saying for a while that I want to secure my valley, or my compound. So, obviously part of that is going to be lighting everything up, so mobs don't spawn inside the area. And I'm still trying to decide how to do that. There's ground lighting, like I could put pumpkins or glowstone in the ground. I could have low lamps. I could have... I don't know. I'm still trying to work it out. You know, the craziest idea I had was I wire the entire valley up with glowstone lamps and hook it up to a day-night sensor. So the lights come on every time the sun sets. But that would be stupid. You know, that would take forever, and I would spend months doing it, collecting the resources needed. So, before I light up the place, I wanted to make sure mobs couldn't come in from the outside, or at least not easily. So I wanted to do some form of wall. And, rather than a normal wall, I decided to go with a tree wall. This has a few advantages. One is, it builds very quickly, because I don't actually have to build it. This here is a small tree farm that I put together because I need saplings. In order to do this, I need a lot of saplings. I'm always hearing zombies around here. I think they're underground. But let's have my sword ready just in case. So, the tree wall goes all the way along here and stops when it reaches the river. It goes to the base of that mountain, as we've seen. There was a bit here in between the mountains, so I just put the trees. Let's go somewhere where you can get a reasonable view. So I put the trees all the way in between those two mountains. Now I realise that at the moment mobs can spawn at the tops of the mountains and so on, but in general, a mob that's way up there isn't going to see me and come after me. You've got to get within a certain range of them before they'll do that. And I've done it here. I can always... Oh! Whoa. Hello, massive dark cave that I haven't explored and didn't know existed. Let's... Well, seeing as we're here, I've got myself a new pick, by the way. It's Efficiency 4, Unbreaking 3, and Fortune 3. So that's now my primary pick, which is pretty cool. Let me just have a quick look down this way. Nothing else, lighting this up will improve my mob system. You can see I've not really done a thorough survey of the area at all. Hoping it doesn't go too far. But it does. Now, cave exploration is not why we're here. So I might put some form of marker on this as a reminder to myself to come and have a look later. Assuming I can find a way out. What's going to be... What's going to be the easiest way out? I think if I... That skeleton's finding his way to me. I'll dig my way up here. This shovel is so fast. There we go. I'll put an ugly pillar here. On the basis that, you know, this is ugly, so I'll notice it. Because I'll want to get rid of it. Anyway, this lets you see the tree wall. Pretty good. Now that's a mountain. As I said before, I want to put a bridge over there. So I'm trying to find somewhere else that needs a tree wall building, so I can show you how easy it is to do. Oh, I've been stripping that nether fortress we found, so I'm getting lots of nether brick and stairs and stuff like that. So I've almost got enough resources that I can start building the little tower there. Right, so this here is sort of open and needs securing. So I just have to sort of decide what sort of line my tree wall should follow. The edge of the grass sort of makes sense. And that's the river there. So I could just go in a straight line from that mountain to here, following the edge of the grass, you know. What I really like about the tree wall, I mean, that's it there in the distance, is it blends into the landscape. I mean, when you're on top of the lighthouse and you look out, you know, all you see is forest. You know, if you look closely, you can see there's a barrier there. But in general, the eye doesn't notice this great honking wall, you know, which might make the landscape look a bit more ugly. You know, I mean, I want my buildings to be as attractive as possible, but then I want the surrounding landscape to be relatively untouched. So I grabbed myself 31 of those things so I could demonstrate this. I'll have to work out where and how to start it. Where's best? I think here. Here it'll do. Now, in general, I'm following the lie of the land, but if there's something that I think is a little annoying or is just going to be a pain, I get rid of it. So you stick down your saplings. Now you want to make sure that there's no solid wooden blocks above a sapling. But if there isn't, they've changed it now, so they grow really easily. It used to be you had to spam the bone meal in order to get these things to grow. But now they just go ping, ping. Okay, now that one's being stopped. I don't see any solid wooden blocks. So sometimes when they're up against a wall, they grow really easily against other trees. But when it's something like that, you've just got to go for it. There you go. In general, it eventually gets there. Now, then what I do is, because I don't want it to be crowded to the ground, I get rid of all the leaves to a height of 3. And that sort of creates reasonable headroom when you're up against it and underneath it. And then I can light it up and so on. Now, I'm probably going to do this same sort of trimming on the outside. I've not done it yet. But the real advantage of this, well, there's a few advantages. One of the advantages of this is it forms a natural overhang, which means spiders can't climb this, which is pretty cool. Oops. Better watch out, there's lava nearby. Now, I think some of these leaves are poking out a bit too far, so I'll just prune them back a bit. There we go. And you just, you know, it doesn't want to be too uniform. You know, it still wants to look like natural trees. But that's all that's needed. And where there is a, you know, an existing tree, I sometimes sort of aim for it. So here we can, let's put some dirt down. Like so. Where's my saplings? So we'll angle like this. Doesn't have to be exact. You know me, I like my organic, naturally evolving shapes of things and so on. I think we're going sort of this way. Angle back a bit there and there. And I'm out of saplings, but This is a really good way to quickly get a defense up. So you can see most of them are growing with just a single click. Can I see them? There we go. And that one. Ping, ping. I'm going to trim the lower ones anyway eventually, so let's mind the lava. At least you get an audible warning now when you're approaching lava. There should be a tree here somewhere. Can't find the one that's meant to be up against there. Oh well. Let's grow these, because night is falling. And there we have it. So that's what I'm going to do all the way around my area. It's going to stop at the edges of the rivers, because again, it's like a natural barrier. If there's a mob on the other side, it'll take them a while to reach me. I've also come up with a design for the door of this, so you can look forward to that in an upcoming episode. And that's kind of the roundup of what I've been doing, because often these little things, they don't really make very good episodes, and quite often I'm in the mood to play Minecraft, but I'm not quite up to recording an episode, if you know what I mean. So it's nice to just come in and putter around my world, putting things right, doing the little things here and there. I think this here should be replaced by a nice, well, maybe not a checkerboard pattern, but a nice parquet floor pattern using the different coloured woods. I have to think about a pattern using the 4 different colours